Okay, do. So, hello everybody, I'm Ben, and today I'll be playing a solo version of the Detective City of Angel board game made by Van Ryder Games. So, this game is at basic a one versus all, when one person will be controlling the crime scene and every information about it, and the other will be playing cops that try to resolve the crime scene. As a solo, I'll be playing by myself, so I don't have anybody, so I will have to refer to this book to find what the bad guy's criminal will answer. The first case, which is the introductionary case, which is the blood on the pier, will teach us the basic of the game and how is it. So the way it works is I have this board right here that have all what can I do during my turn. I'll have four action. I can move, and for moving, the map is divided into a five sector, section, neighborhood, whatever you call it. That's our reading on the map. So we have Hollywood on the north, west side, Central LA, San Gabriel Valley, and South Bay. For moving, I will be taking my miniature, the miniature here, and I'll be starting in a police station location, which are the blue one dotted around the map. To move, once I'm in any location, I can go anywhere in that neighborhood for one action. So if I start at 95, I can go up to 76, 100, 98, everything that is right there. If I want to move in another neighborhood, I have to make a stop on a number adjoining that neighborhood. So if I want to go on the LA library, which is 41, and I'm in 95. For one move, I have to stop either at 82, 91, 96, or 98. Then using another move action to go directly to 41. Same thing in Sawa to go multiple step. I have to go use multiple move action. Then the next action is questioning. On the top of the board, I will have cards from A until L that are in the box, and we'll have to ask. I have to choose the location that I have, which I have one of the criminal suspect. I have to ask a question about what it is, what about anything else on the board. It will give me a number on a questioning card. So let's say I have one of the bad guys named Charlie. I want to ask him about card number D that will be on the top of the board. I have to read the paragraph or the phrase 640 on my little sleuth casebook. And I have to find the number, uh, not the page, because I have a lot of questions. I will not spoil it, or I'll see what I can do. Then it will answer me with whatever answer I have. Then I have to decide: do I want to push the suspect, or I trust him and say, okay, yeah, you tell me the truth. If I push it, I will turn to another answer, and the sometime the game will tell me that I gain a stress level. The stress level is those three marker right here. When I gain one, I will be flipping in on the other side. Once I have all three, I will have a marker, say final guess. When the round marker reach that, I have to submit my final guess, which is which suspect, with what weapon, and for which motive. When I do that, they'll have a number associate on the back of the board. I will have to add the number associated to whoever I guessing with which weapon, which is a letter, and which motive, what did I do. When I adding that, it will give me a number that I have to read again in dice book. And if the phrase started with the surgeon come into your his office and congratulations about resolving the case, I win. If not, I have to keep searching. So when I have 3 stress, this final guess will be moving up 1 round. And since this case is a introductory set, I started at turn 8. Usually I'll start at turn 12, meaning I have 12 quote unquote days to solve it. If I still gain 3 stress, go up, up, up until I reach. When it is on the final guess, I have to get my in and if I failed, so if I fail, my day marker will reset on day 3. Then I'll have a first overtime. I have 3 more turn to guess it. If I failed again, I have a second overtime, a second time to go on turn 3. And if I fail after my second overtime, the case goes cold and I fail the mission. After that, I have searching the location. Every location can be searched around the map. And again, I will refer to my little marker here. We'll go number 1 until 100. I'll go reach that phrase in the book and it will tell me what I have, what I found in that location. Of course, if I have a location, a crime scene in 41, and I decide to go search the University of California on location number 1, the game will tell me that you're so far away that it's pointless and you fail and you lost a turn. So there's still a tactic to stay within the defined location and everything that I found. After that, the next last action, I can search the suspect. And we'll be referring to those 3 number on the side, which will find information about the bad guys and everything that he has on him, or if I find something that he didn't sell me. All information gathered will be written in this paper. So I have to write the name of every card here and every suspect 1 till 3. So, yeah, that's it. And now everything is done. Everything I have to do is set up the final step and be ready to start the game. So I'm ready. I set. So all cards are on top. So the seven card on top, A through G. They all start face down. Every case has a little storyboard that I'll be reading, and we'll flipping the card and placing the suspect on the board. So the blood on the pier, which is a gumshoe, meaning that it should be easy. It's case ID DCOA01, Detective Briefing. Last night at the Horseshoe Pier, the primo hotspot to score dope down the beach, some dame named Sally Foot got a lead salad with no dessert. Flip case A and place the crime scene marker at 99. So I have this red circle here, which is the crime scene, where I find everything that started. Which on 99, the Horseshoe Pier. And I flip case ID number A to flip Sally Foot. This is mur- my murder victim, Sally Foot, and she dead. So I'll be writing on my little page that A is Sally Foot. Mm, Coroner pulled the slug out of her back so she never saw it coming. Two men were seen fleeing the pier, one of them matching the description of Reginald D. DiCaprio, flip case card D. Card number D, we have this gentleman, D. DiCaprio. He's the stereotypical mafia wise guy through and through. This is a thug. So we have one suspect. On D, we call D. I'll bet anyone here a double sawbuck that the other man seen fleeing with D was his twin brother, Frankie DiCaprio, aka Dom. Flip case card C. Ace number C. Ooh, Dom DiCaprio. The light's not on upstairs. So he's not a smart one. On C. Dom. Yeah, that's right. They call them D and Dom. No, the DiCaprio twin can't tie their shoe without permission from Charlie Muggs, the LA Mafia's newest rising star. Flip case card B. Case B. Charlie Muggs. A small fish in a very big pond. Part of his problem that he does not really realize how small he actually is. On B. Charlie. Apparently, Jack Dragna handpicked Muggs himself to cover the Cosa Nostra expansion into Long Beach. Since Muggs got his dirty finger in every ounce of dope that run through the gateway city, and since his pet gorilla was seen fleeing the pier, he's gonna have a line on who's did Sally in. Those Long Beach Mafia type are less hardy than their that their these Long Beach Mafia type are less hardy than their northern brethren, so they'll probably rat each other out first chance they get. You're gonna have to shift through the line and figure out the truth in it all. Muggs lives at the Topsy nightclub, plays Muggs standee at 96. So every character will have a standee where I can find the guys, the criminal to fight. So he's at 96. Pop 96. Uh, and Dumb, well, is about as predictable as they come. Whenever he's not thumping head for Muggs, he's stuffing his face in his favorite downtown hot dog joint on the corner of Hill and Washington. Place Dumb standee at 43. So we have Dumb, which is in 43. That lug ain't never seen a Frankfurter he couldn't down in three swallow. Be careful, but be careful. Dumb's a few clown short of a circus, and he's probably packing heat. A volatile combination. We don't yet have a direct lead on his brother D. Place D standee on case card D. So when we don't have the information about the guy, we put the standee up there with his. Yeah. So when we find it, it will be placed on the map. But D's got a couple of floozy. He's bounds between Angie Dusk over at Redondo Boulevard 92. So I'll be using this little at. This little at is when I gain the textbooks will tell me that I gain um, leverage on the suspect. I will put this at on it. Leverage means that before I start asking, I can remove one to read the first paragraph and automatically win the contested. So go directly on character on the second paragraph. So she's on 92. I will be marking one. And Janice Thompson of Anaheim's 100. Bet you dollar to donut you'll find him shaking with one of them. Now get the hell out of my briefing room and go prove you got the brass to be the LA homicide detective. And like I said, since this is a special case, we have a special rule. Since it's an introductory case and is intended to be short, therefore place the day marker as the following according to the number of detective. I am Stutz or head to head, so single, day 8. So, like I said, day 8. I have 8 days to solve this murder. Okay, so we have 3 suspect. Suspect 1 is Charlie Mug. Suspect 2 is Dom. And suspect 3 is D. Case. Hmm. Blood on the Pier. Okay, so I have written down the information on my little paper provided by the game. That I have Sally, which is card A, Charlie, Dom, and D, and the suspect Charlie, Dom, and D. So everything left for me to do is place myself on a police station. The good spot will be on either 95 or 84. Since I'll be on the South Bay, I can start directly go to the nightclub and go search the crime scene. So I'm be starting on 95. So as my first action, I will be moving to 99. And my second action, I will be searching the location 99. So by searching 99, I'll go on 168 on my book and be reading what I got here. 168. The tide's gone out below the pier, so you take a closer look. Within minutes, you spot a shiny muzzle of a compact Derringer half buried in the sand. Look at E. So we have information about card E. So card E, we find a Derringer found in the crime scene at the Horseshoe Pier 99. So we have information. We have a gun. So on E, I write down a gun. That's interesting. I can go ask Charlie. So I will be moving on Charlie's location, 96, and I'll be asking the question. Let's go ask about the lady. So for asking the question, I have this grid over here. So I have to ask one of the suspect about the card on top. So I can ask Charlie about the girl. So I will be reading 880. What can you tell me about that lady who got shot in the back? What makes you think I had anything to do with that? Dude, seriously? She's your girl, so I'm gonna push it. I have the option to challenge, which I do, which is 630. You caught Muggs in a lie and he knows it. Alright, I wasn't being completely straight with you. Listen, the dame was crazy waving a gun around demanding all the dopes. She had it coming and that's all I'm gonna say about it. So I have one information that I can freely push on mugs. And I look at cards F, card F, which is Sally Foot was a drug addict. So she like drug. Okay. I'm gonna write down Sally drug addict. And this is the end of my first turn. I reset all my action. Move down on turn 7. I have 7 days. So, Charlie told me that uh, Sally uh, is a drug addict. Okay, interesting, interesting. So, I'm gonna ask about the gun. So I'm gonna ask Charlie, is here, about the gun which is E672. Tell me about the gun found 672. And I'm gonna use my leverage to you lying to me, so I'm still not gonna trust you. That's the gun that belonged to that crazy dame, Sally. She was waving it around like a maniac. So we know that. Okay, more. Since I use my leverage, I go directly to 71. Muggs seems offended. Are you calling me a liar, detective? That's the dame's gun. I'm telling you straight. Gain 1 stress. So I gained my first stress. He was telling the truth. So we ask about the gun. That's Sally's gun. Okay, okay. So he told us she was a drug addict, so that's not a, a good to push. We can use. I'm gonna ask about the twin not found. So I'm gonna ask the suspect about D. So marker Charlie about card number D640. You want the truth? D's the one who shot Sally right in the back. You can find that lowlife shacking up with Janice off of Anaheim 100. So he tells us that he's a location 100. So uh, these the killer. Um. Okay, I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna stay in. So okay, you say he's the killer. She's gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna move to 100 and search the location. Go on 139 for the location. Janice Thompson become enraged when you ask about D. That scumbag be cheating on me with the horror NG off of Redondo 92. Can you believe it? Cheating on me? Can you believe it? So he wasn't there. Okay. Okay, so I lose another turn, regain all my 4. So I'm gonna move to 92, then search the location again. So 92, location 92 to 98. D answered the door, groggily and not fully dressed. For Pete's sakes, you prick won't leave a guy be, will you? Place DiCaprio's standee at 92. You may ask him one free question. So we found where he is. He is at 92. And we gain a free question. I'm gonna ask about the the lady. So I'm gonna ask D about card A, which is 701. She pulled a gun and stuck it in my face. Demanded I give her all the dope. That's when she got popped in the back. Look at F. We already know F, which is the gun, Sally's gun. So I'm gonna push it. 403. Even when I tell the truth, you bust my balls. You LAPD prick are all the same. I gain a second stress. Okay, he told me the truth. Um, so we ask D about the girl. Uh, so I'm writing down that she pulled the gun and wanted the drugs. Okay, okay. Where can we go? We can go. I'm gonna ask him about the drug. I mean, while I'm here, I'm gonna ask about the drug. So I'm gonna ask D about card number F, which is 1056. Of course she was on drugs. She'd have to be to stick that little pea shooter in my face and demand all the dope. Thank God she got crap before she could paint the pier with my brains. Do I push it? He's been telling me the truth, so yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep it. So she's a drug addict. Okay, so as the last section, I'm gonna see the other twin. So I'm gonna move to 82. Oops, wrong location. 82. Reset my move. Go down on day 5. Gonna move to the guy. And I'm gonna question. I'm gonna. My captain say he's being packing. So I'm gonna start by search the suspect. By searching the suspect, dumb 1082. Before you've even had a chance to search him, Dom happily hands you a Colt 1911. See Dom's new Bang Bang? He looks hurt when you keep the weapon. He clearly thought this was a show and tell. Look at G. Oh my god, he's really dumb. So I have information about cart number G. So, cart G, we have a 1911 M, a Colt M 1911. Okay. We have on G a Colt M 1911. So I'm gonna ask him as my about the gun. Tell me about that little gun that I found on you, my good friend. So dumb about G 619. Dom's eye light up when he sees the gun you took from him. D give it to Dom. Dom likes bang bang. Bang 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 bang. Okay, he's not the smart one. So he tells me that the gun uh, these gift. So we know that D gave the gun to Dom for some reason. Okay, and is that the crime? The gun? It seems maybe that's the gun that killed her. So if the smart twin gave it to the dumb twin, we're gonna see the smart twin. So we're gonna move back to 82, reset location, day 4, move down to D and ask the question about the gun that we found on dumb. So we ask D about letter G, 446. I was pretty shocked when that little dame pulled that big piece out of her handbag. What was a nice girl like her doing with a big gat like that? No, you gave it to your dumb friend, dumb twin. So I'm gonna push it down to 25. You point out how painful it would be to get it in head repeatedly. D change history. Oh gee, you took that off a dumb, didn't you? Well, it ain't his and it ain't mine. You do the math, detective, 'cause that's all I'm saying. Gain 1 leverage over D. On D, leverage, not his or his twin. So I'm gonna go to Charlie. I'm gonna move and ask Charlie about the gun. So Charlie, about the gun 693. Yeah, I've seen that before. Looks like this gun. He's always flashing it around, thinking it make him a big man. I let him have his little fantasy, but I'll put him in his place as soon as he step out of line. Dude, I'm not trusting you. I'm gonna push it. 985. Mugs buckle when you press him further. Alright, it ain't this cat, but I ain't saying nothing else, you pig. I know my right. Gain 1 leverage over Mugs. I gain a leverage on Mugs. Uh, not these gun. So, with all that, I reset, moved on to day 3. I think I have all the information, so before taking a turn, I will try to solve the murder. So, to solve the murder, again, I'll go on the back of the book on the suspect. So, my suspect is that Charlie killed her, so we have to take 21, rewrite down 21. He killed her with weapon on G. G is 130 plus 130. And the motive, I'm gonna say drug related, 75 plus 75. So by adding the 21, 170, 130, and 75, I get 226. So I go on chapter 2, on the phrase 226. The captain invites you into his office. Congratulations, detective. You've done it. You solved the case and brought Sally Footkiller to justice. You have successfully solved blood on the pier. Turn to page 5 in the Chisel casebook to read the epilogue. So take I take this other book for the Chisel, which is the game master of the game, the one controlling and giving the answer. I flip on page 5 and read the epilogue. Epilogue. Sally Foot loved her dope. She was hooked. When her scratch couldn't keep up with her habit, her thought turned dark. She had to have her fix and she'd do anything to get it. Sally slid a heater in her purse, a compact derringer, and headed to the pier. She didn't like buying from Charlie Mugg's boy, much less stealing from them, but at this hour she didn't know any other dealer that would be around. When she got there, she walked out to the middle of the horseshoe-shaped pier and approached D, his back to her. She jabbed her gun into his side. "Give me what you have, and this won't be the last time you see moonlight." "I ain't got nothing but a couple of bucks, lady. Don't do something stupid. You do do you know who I am?" He did turn slowly. "I need some dope, damn it," she said, she said, backing a few steps. They would be her last. Charlie Muggs had come to replenish the product for D. He put two slugs in Sally's back with his Colt M1911. The last thing he needed was his boss, Jack Dragna, knowing that drug could be still from his crew. "Where the hell is Dom?" Charlie said, gingerly stepping over Sally's body so as not to get blood on his brand new Italian shoe. "He's dumb," Dom said, walking out to the pier with mustard smeared all over his face. "Hot dog." "Yeah, he went to get a hot dog," echoed D. "You went to get a—" "No, of course. Of course you did." Charlie went to the edge of the pier, pulling out the handkerchief to wipe the cold down. "It's like I'm running a preschool around here," he muttered under his breath. Dom and Dee stood there, clearly unsure of what to do. "Do I have to do everything around here? Clean up clean this mess up now!" Dom frantically jumped to grab Sally's feet, in his case kicking Sally Derringer off the pier into the water. "Fishy food, fishy food, fishy food," Dom hummed to himself as he began dragging Sally to the edge of the pier. "No, you prick. We're not gonna throw her in the water. How dense are you?" Charlie waited for a response, but Dom just stared at him blankly. Charlie turned to Dee and said, "I'm late for a hot date over at Brenda, so take care of the skirt before the coppers show up. And get rid of the gun." He handed Dee the Colt. "Make sure the dunce don't screw up this time, Dee. Capiche?" Charlie turned and left before Dee had a chance to answer. "Shiny bang bang," Dom said, looking at the Colt in Dee's hand. "Yeah, yeah, grab her and we'll throw her in the cart," Dee said, getting a grip on Sally's arm. Dom, however, was a bit distracted. "Shiny bang bang," he repeated. "Damn it, Dom, shut the hell up about bang bangs. Okay, fine. If I let you hold the bang bang, will you help me drag the nice body to the car?" Dee passed the colt over to Dom, who looks like a kid on Christmas morning. "Now grab her feet and let's get out of here." Dom pocketed the colt and grabbed Sally's leg when they heard siren blaring from just a few blocks away. They frantically dropped the body and slipped into the night. Within the hour, Sally's derringer was washed up into the beach. I have solved the case, and I have the answer just in case. The suspect was Charlie, the weapon was a Colt, and every have either drug, mob royalty, or urge to protect. was the good combination. So this was the blood on the pier murder scene of Detective City of the Angel. I do hope you liked it. If you do, please put in a like. Don't forget to subscribe, it will help me a lot. And see you next time. Bye bye.